Howdy ho. So here we are, hanging out with Sunny Dog. I apologize for all the noise, but yeah, so I was just, strolling around through the neighborhood, and I've been needing a few more pots, and I came in and found one of my neighbors was getting rid of, in fact, he was throwing them out, a bunch of these old nursery pots, and yeah, so I know that a lot of people just throw them away and everything. They don't feel the need to reuse or recycle them. I'm burnt out because it's like 97 degrees and humid out, but anyways, some neighbor was throwing out 18 pots, and what they had done is each one was cut so that they could get the roots out. Now, why you would do that with these, I'm not really sure, other than, I guess, to sum it up, kind of lazy, because I usually, with something this size, I usually can pull it out without damaging the pot. But wanted to just show people how to fix a pot and some of the things over the years that I've learned, and what's worked and what hasn't. And I wouldn't recommend doing this with a lot of the small pots, like the 5 gallons. It's just not worth it because it's so easy to find those and they're so flimsy. But with these pots, once you get into sometimes the 7 gallons and above, and the plastic's a lot thicker, so it's really sturdy, and you can actually screw into it if you have some kind of backing. Now, in the beginning, what I was doing was I was trying to melt plastic and melt it in, and you can do that, but you're gonna die of lung cancer if you do it that way. Trust me when I say that. No matter what mask you wear, there's just no reason to try to melt it, and it might look nicer if you spend hours doing it, but you're gonna burn yourself, you're gonna die of lung cancer, and honestly, it's not gonna look that much nicer. I know that a lot of people would argue, why save these pots when you can probably get them for less than $10? That's fine too if you're only doing a few, but if you're doing things like on a scale like I am, money, it can add up. If you have 10 pots, and that's $100 right there. And so in our case, I mean, $180 to just save these pots. To me, it's well worth it for $5, $6 in screws. So don't try to melt it. You don't need to. If you want to fill some of the gaps so that they don't leak, what I do is I just take some duct tape and I will just patch it up first. Go ahead and cut up another pot or something and try to get the thickest pieces you can. Like in this case, this is thick. This is almost like the liner you'd use for bamboo or something so the roots don't go out. And then just drill a hole so you don't damage the pot too easy, a little bit smaller than the screw. Get yourself as short of screws as you can, something like this. Super cheap. Rivets work too, but honestly, because the plastic's so fragile, I wouldn't even worth bothering with it. And then just screw it back together. And this is probably, I did the easiest ones first so that if I got tired or something, I can just throw the crappy ones away. This one, this was so damaged, you have no idea. I didn't even think I could fix it. And I had to use a little bit more rivets, a little more screws than usual, but still, this pot, honestly, is back to normal. And the soil will stay, it'll fill those gaps and it'll just leak out just like any normal pot. I'd recommend doing that. Recycle, reuse whenever you can. It's well worth it to save yourself some money, because honestly, people are giving these away like crazy, and why waste the money when you can just fix them? If you don't want your guests or someone, I don't know what you're worried about, to see the screws, just turn it backwards. And again, duct tape will fill the holes so that it doesn't leak out of the crack if you're worried about having too much water leak out. And then as the duct tape kind of erodes, the dirt and everything will fill the little hole cracks and stuff, and it's not going to be a big deal. But anyways, just wanted to share that while I'm doing this crazy endeavor, because if you're going to die of heat stroke, you might as well film it so someone can gain from it. So. Howdy ho.